Welcome to March. How was February? Have you planned everything? Do you have a clear plan? If not, go back to our YouTube channel, have a look at that. And if you have any questions, please don't be shy. Ask us anything. We're here to support you along the way. March, what are we doing in March? Well, we have already a plan. We should start applying marketing. What is marketing? Well, there's really good definitions out there. You can find that in Google. But in our opinion, marketing is all and every activity we do to exchange our services and products with our customers, so there's an exchange of value. Everything that is related to product definition and development, customer avatar, finding what is the gap that we're trying to do, and then find what is the best way to communicate that to them, because at the end of the day, we'll have a product or service we want to sell, and hopefully someone out there wants to buy that from us. Marketing, everything that is gonna help us to make that exchange of value. Do you have started to do marketing activities? That's fantastic. The most important thing though is, are you measuring the results? If you don't measure the results, how the heck are you gonna know what is working and what is not? We might be overspending, we might be putting the resources, money, people, time in the wrong bucket. You need to measure what you're doing. If not, we are not gonna be able to make intelligent decisions based on data. Unfortunately, without data, we're just guesstimating. That's not the best strategy in business. So it doesn't matter if your budget is 500 or 5 million, we need to measure as much as we can every activity we do so we can act accordingly based on the results. Sometimes measuring is easy. Everything that is online provides us measurements, that's good, but other times it's complicated. An event, a measurement could be an attendance. If we are on a networking event, maybe it's the number of business cards from new people that we grab every day. So every time you're doing an activity, you need to associate what is your objective with that activity and how are you gonna measure that you're going in the right direction. If you don't measure that you're going in the right direction, you must be really busy doing things, but you don't know if they are the right things to do. So please start measuring everything you do. If there's no numbers, there's no value. I don't know if you have realized, but the market is changing all the bloody time. How are you coping with that? I know it's hard, but if we don't keep up with the market trends, if we don't keep an eye on how our market is evolving, we might be left behind. I don't want that for me. I definitely don't want that for you. So what can we do for that? How can we avoid that? So thinking about it, I think there's three things that we could be looking at very quickly. How is your technology? Are you maximizing and leveraging technology as much as you possibly can? How are you using AI, for example? Everybody's talking about that bloody thing. How are you using that? Are you taking advantage of that? There's a lot of good things there, so that's one example. Another thing that you could be doing is, how are your processes? How are your systems and processes? Have you optimized that for your team? The more efficient your team, the better you can serve your customer, the more upfront you can be in the market changes. How is your product development? Is your product or service still relevant in this ever-changing environment? What are your competitors doing? Have you looked at that? How can we make our product stay relevant for our ideal customer? Maybe your product was phenomenal 2 days ago, 2 months ago, 2 years ago. What was working 2 days ago probably is not working today. What are you doing? How can we keep up with that ever-changing market? So remember, technology, processes, product development, all those need to be aligned with your ideal client in the current environment. In your strategic plan, you have defined your ideal customer, you have defined your products and messaging for that ideal customer. Have you defined what is the channel you're going to use to talk to them? There are different channels for different customer avatars with different messaging types. Quick tip for you, CFC. What is that? Channel format content. We have defined our ideal customer in the strategic plan. Now we know what our product is and to whom we need to sell it. Just we need to identify what is the right platform and the right way to do so. First thing, identify your channel. Not everyone is in every channel, so define what is the best channel for your ideal customer. Once we have identified the channel, what is the format? How are you going to communicate to them? Is a video, is a photo, is a written piece of content? What are we doing? Based on the channel, we will need to use a different type of format. And then is our content is specifically what are we doing? It's not the same a white shot than a narrow shot. It's not the same a colorful billboard than a black and white billboard. We need to define those things. So just remember CFC. Channel, format, content. What is your content strategy? We have identified the channel, we have identified the format. Now it's all about the content. What is your content saying? Is that aligned with your customer needs? Is that aligned with what they are interested in? Are we talking about the right things in our communications? It is not always about selling, but it's not all about entertaining either. We are in business. We want that exchange of value. So what is your content doing for you? I personally don't care if a video has 1 million views if that is not converting in new business. Do you? Well, it's good for brand awareness, I guess, but are you getting any new business out of that? How are you going to measure if that is the case or not? That's why I was saying before that the measurements are so important. So just need to make sure that your content is aligned, but aligned with your customer, aligned with their needs and interests, but aligned with your objectives, with your general strategy. So all those things aligned will give you a good return of investment. If you have any questions, if you have any problems, please reach out. We are here to help you.